CWatt.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome back to The Thick. I have my kufi on today. Tabria has on her crushed velvet pants. And this is basically a repass for D'Angelo.
Yeah, so tragic, man. Diane Keaton, D'Angelo,
Oh my God.
all the wrong D's are dying. Seriously.
Oh, that was funny. You ate that up. That was good.
Thank you.
No, but she's not wrong. She's right.
From prostate cancer, right?
No, pancreatic.
Pancreatic. Yeah.
I said pancreatis.
Pancreatic
Pancreatic.
cancer.
My God. Yeah. I know. RIP. That was so unexpected. And genuinely, I'm not saying that I don't feel things when people die, but like when it's someone so far removed from me, like just someone who exists in pop culture, I don't usually feel anything other than like, oh, that's so sad, unless I really have a connection to someone. And I was shook when I found out D'Angelo died. Like genuinely, I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
He was so young. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Angie Stone died last year.
Yes. Or wasn't that this year?
Or maybe it was
earlier
this year.
And her death was crazy.
Yes.
That didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, no, that was bad. And it happened right after I think she like requested her like royalties or her her masters or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but my heart goes out to their son. Because losing both your parents back to back like that.
I know, that's so tragic. Ugh.
Oh my God.
He was a legend.
How was your week?
It was fine. Randomly busy again. Child, I told y'all that I was moving last week, and then I'm not moving. Our landlord's letting us stay here for a year. And then
praise God.
Yeah, but Trey he's going to shoot this movie in Australia for 3 months. So, taking a lot of things in.
It's okay, because even though he's not going to be around for a few months, Tabria has a village.
Yes, I'm definitely calling on the village.
Yes.
And I think I will finally have to invest in daycare like a couple days a week. Because my village, although they're great, they live far. So I need something that's a little closer.
We don't live that far.
Well, not y'all, but everybody works, when I need people, they work during the week, So yeah, I have to figure some things out because 3 months is a long time.
But I'm so excited to have sleepovers.
Yes.
I'm very excited for that. That's gonna be cute.
I'm so ready. Please come over as often as you want.
No, I am.
I don't want to stay in this big ass house by myself.
I promise you, I'm finna be in this bitch. Ooh, it's gonna be me and the baby.
Yes. I'm so glad I don't have to move though. That's honestly such a relief.
Moving is stressful in itself, right?
I think it's ranked one of the top 3 most stressful times in people's life after death, divorce, and then it's moving.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
But people don't talk about the fact that it's also stressful on the child.
Yeah.
And she's a baby. She doesn't know what's going on. You can't explain to her what's happening.
Right.
And then one day, the house that she was literally born in.
I know.
She was born here.
That's what I felt most sentimental about, leaving the birthing room.
Like she was born here, and then she's gonna wake up in a new house, and you have to explain to her, "This is our new home." That has to be jarring for a child. Has to be.
But we don't have to worry about that right now.
Praise God.
Yes.
What's new with me, you ask?
Well, I was going to tell you something.
Oh, tell me.
It's nothing crazy. But we were talking about like generation wars. We lightly touched on that last week. And I'm not trying to start anything. It was merely an observation, right? So I'm really trying to cut back on my Amazon purchases.
Thank God.
I went to Staples and got re-upped on some office supplies.
Period.
And I shipped a package while I was there as well. Well, when I was in line to ship a package, it randomly just like 7 people came out of nowhere and got behind me, of course. Let me rephrase. I was shipping 5 packages. It was some giveaways I was shipping for some followers.
She's giving away to the people.
Yeah. But anyway, so the girl who helped me, she was really nice. Definitely a millennial, like probably mid to late 30s. And she was like, I have a lot of people to help. So do you mind if you just type in the information, shipping information, and then I'll come back and do the labels and stuff? I was like, got you. Easy. I'm typing it in. She comes back, gets the label for each one. the line just kept getting, I don't know where all these people came from. It was dead when I went there. All these people came out of nowhere. The line was even longer. Girl,
like
me neither.
I thought it was a dead zone.
Me neither. And so then she asked this other guy, his name was Steven, young. I'd be surprised if he was 21. He was a young kid. And she was like, can you help her with this? And all he had to do, because I knew I didn't want to overstep, but I just saw that you had to hit print to print a label. That's all you had to do. When I turned around, that's all you had to do. And he was like, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. And she was like, okay, well, at least you tried, I guess. And so then she printed it out for me. Another girl comes over to help. Mind you, they didn't speak to me, which fine, whatever. You know, it's busy. Another girl comes over, types it in. And before the other girl would print out the label, she would tell me the prices. Like this, it costs this much to ship it, ground, whatever. This girl says, okay, the cheapest is $142.84. It's a little pack. It's a box of like perfume and shit. The cheapest option, mind you, the other ones were like $25.
But I don't understand why you would even phrase it that way. Like, why would you tell me what the cheapest is?
Because usually they tell you the cheapest option, which is ground.
Oh, the cheapest.
She said the cheapest option to ship was $142.84.
Whoa. Because I thought you meant $1.
No.
Oh,
$142.84.
I thought you said $142.
No.
I was like, why?
And I was like, $142? And she was like, yeah. And I turned the computer on myself, Mindy, because it was like on. So I turned that computer on and I was like, the cheapest is 23 something. The cheapest is right there, ground. And she was like, oh.
Wait.
Bitch. Are you kidding me?
You turned the
I turned the computer on because I knew it was just such an egregious mistake. I was like, you're really fucking with me right now. Girl.
That's fucking hilarious.
I was so annoyed and I was like, and I hear this all the time.
Oh my God.
Like, you hear about the Gen Z stare and, Gen Z, they don't have manners and things. And I'm like,
it's not even like a lack of manners, I would say. I think it's more so like, I had the same conversation because I had an experience sort of like this at work where I caught myself getting really upset. But I was like, Mindy, who cares? Like, I'm getting upset about things that don't affect me because I understand you're doing shit the wrong and dumb way. But it's not my responsibility to intervene. I'm not going to tell you how to do it better because this company, I don't own it. I'm not profiting from you doing a better job.
Right.
So unless it directly affects me, I've decided to just shut the fuck up. But genuinely, I think it's just a lack of, Gen Z does not have that same sense of respect and responsibility, right? So I know that when someone is my boss, there's a respect that comes with it where I'm like, oh shit, the boss here. Oh shit, like, oh, you can't say that around the boss. I'm not gonna cuss around my boss. Other people are just like, you're human, I'm human. Gen Z don't give a fuck. They're just like, yeah, so last night, just like talking about their shit. They humanize everyone. Everyone is on the same playing field. And so if they just have a general lack of respect, it does not matter if you're old, if you're young, if you're in a position of power or
anybody
not.
Could
they
get it.
do not care at all. And a part of me is kind of jealous of that because I had this like thing where I had to unlearn just because someone's a pastor does not mean you need to respect them. Just because someone is a police officer, but we were raised with this sense of like, you have a title, you automatically, there's a base level of respect.
I agree with that. However, I also abide by the golden rule.
No, for sure.
Treat everyone how you want to be treated.
For sure. But the problem is,
But
the problem is they want to be treated that way too. They don't want to have conversation. Like Gen Z does not care about the way Gen Z treats them when there's this coffee shop and I just saw several bad reviews about the service there. It's called La La Land. It's like really, they have the banana latte. Whatever. It's like super viral. Everybody goes there. And so many people that I know personally that I work with that go there all the time. And I've heard, and I've been there before, they are rude. They don't say good morning. You walk up and they just stare at you. And then you're like, can I get a latte? Da-da-da-da. And they're like, $13.87. Done. No pleasantries, nothing, right? And I remember literally yesterday, I asked this girl, I was like, do you like going there? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, isn't it weird that they're like kind of rude? She's like, they're rude? And I'm like, yes, like they don't say hello. She's like, so? That's what I'm saying. Like, I genuinely think that we're just hardwired with this, like, leave it to Beaver version of America, where we expect everyone to, like, smile. And that's why Americans have an issue with, like, the way Europeans function, where they don't just, like, immediately hit you with, like, kindness or whatever. And that's why a lot of people, I think that I am not as, like, irritated by it because I grew up in New York. And people aren't that nice in New York anyway. But someone coming from the South, where, like, pleasantries and kindness is it is rooted in you.
Yes.
I can see how that's jarring, for sure.
I guess for a customer service position, I expect a little more. I understand, like, in everyday life, I don't want to talk to people just randomly. I don't want to have small talk. And that's a dying art. And I think we should invest more in small talk. But anyway, I don't want to do that. But I think when you're in a customer service position specifically, that's a skill that's required for that position.
But not really. The thing is, I think it's cultural. In Caribbean culture, there's like a running joke. You go to a Jamaican spot, they're rude as fuck, and they never have anything. It's just, I think America is where they really, like, focus on that aspect of hospitality. No one else cares. Most people, yeah, of course, be nice. But it's not like a Chick-fil-A type of level of, like, courtesy and hospitality. Like, you'll show up to a Haitian restaurant and they'll be like, hi, and that's it. And then you tell them what you want. And they'll talk to you for sure. But they're not going to be like, how's your day going?
I don't care about, even if I just got a hi, I would like that. Or what can I get you? Even if you said, what do you want? But they both came up and they didn't say anything to me, aside when she told me the most insane price in the world to ship a 8x8 package.
That's insane. I genuinely thought you meant $1.
No, $142.84 was the price.
Can y'all start talking to people? Thank you. But just be nice.
I get what you're saying, but I also feel like it's just going to get worse and worse.
No, it is. Oh my God. I need to send this to you. But I'm in this hole of watching TikTok documentaries, but they're real deal documentaries. Like people who...
Like how Vice used to do?
Yes. Just like that. But it's people, creatives who are making these in their home. This one guy, he does a lot of research on, like, generations. And so he was explaining the disparity between each generation and how we all became what we are, right? Based off of the lifestyle and the the events that occurred during the previous generation and how that affected the following one. And one thing that he noted that is obvious to all of us, each generation, even though, like, numerically we're making more money than the previous generation, we are actually worse off. Every generation is financially worse off than the preceding one, right? So even though you could say, okay, well, the average salary is $78,000, and 2 generations ago, the average salary was 30, they have more buying power with that 30K than we have with the 78. 78 is going to get you a studio or a 1-bedroom apartment in a major city. 30K back then, you got a 5-bedroom home. He was explaining it, and he was also throwing in, like, the generation's disposition and characteristics based off of the way that we were raised. And Gen Z has a lot to do with the fact that during their coming of age moments, they were stuck in the house. It was COVID. At work too, there's one girl who's 22. I didn't realize she was 22. I found out this week because she had said something. She used a really, like, good word. It was like forbearance or something like that. And I was like, okay, SAT word? And she was like, yes. And she was like, it's so funny. I didn't take my SATs. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I thought she, like, was so smart that she, like, didn't have to take them. She's like, no, COVID hit, so they canceled SATs for everyone.
Damn.
Yes. She didn't take them because of COVID, because she was in high school in 2020. And I was like, that is actually insane. But there are so many key moments that we don't even realize really worked to make us who we are as a generation that this next generation completely missed out on. So the way that they communicate, they almost don't know how to have these in-person interactions and pleasantries because they're not used to it. And the deadpan, like, hey, is because they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to flirt. They don't know how to start these conversations. And so he was talking about how Gen Alpha is going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Their whole culture is 1000% internet culture. But yeah, it's crazy as fuck. Like, genuinely, it's insane.
It's scary. Lord.
I know, and the fact that Peaches is gonna be Gen Alpha is really like, is she Gen Alpha?
Yeah. She's right at the end of Gen Alpha.
Oh my God.
And she'll probably get the traits of Gen Beta whenever,
Gen Beta sounds insane.
I know. It's crazy.
Beta.
The future of humanity, it really worries me. I saw this neuroscientist was talking about how fast technology is evolving and how our brain can't keep up with that pace. Mm-hmm. How we're introduced to so much like life-changing advancements that we have never experienced this amount of tech innovation in human history. Yeah. And at the rate we're experiencing it, we literally can't handle it.
It's like the wheel being invented every day.
Right, exactly.
Every fucking day.
Every day.
And it's like when the wheel was invented, we had a century of just processing the fact that we got wheels now.
Yes. Fire?
Okay.
Like, hello?
The telephone? Girl. We had at least 100 years to process that.
Yes.
And now we're going from Sora to motherfucking, like literally all the things that are happening, the meta glasses.
Yes.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. It's scary.
It's very, very scary. How was
my week? How was your week?
My week was cool. It was a lot of just working. I promise you, I think about my parents so much more these days.
In what way?
In the way of, this must be how y'all felt every day. You know what I mean? Like, because the thing is, I worked for sure, but working freelance, and like even when I worked in New York and like I was working 9 to 5, cool. I don't think I've ever in my life fully worked more than 5 days a week. I'm legitimately working 6 days a week standard. Tomorrow is my only day off, which is not gonna be a day off because it's gonna be content day. I'm doing a shoot on Wednesday. I'm working at my job on Thursday. I'm literally doing another shoot on Friday. Then I'm working.
Mindy!
Yes! I need the money!
You need to sell feet pics or something. Like, fuck. No, that's really insane.
No.
Because you work long ass days already at your job.
Minimum 10-hour days every fucking day. I'm like, I've never been this level of exhausted where I wake up and I'm just like, time to work. Every fucking day. Every fucking day. Literally all I keep telling myself is, Mindy, 2 things. One, you're working towards a goal, and in the end, it will be worth it. And in the end, it will be reduced. You won't be working like this. And even if you are this busy, it'll be towards things you actually want to do, not just like clocking in hours at a job. 2, I remind myself, Tabria literally did this for a very long. No, when you first started modeling, for at least a year or 2, this is how you were functioning.
Yeah.
Every single day. And I'm like, girl, you can do it. And that's why I'm like, I'm fine. I know I can do it. I just hate every second of it. It's such an interesting feeling.
Oh yeah,
of gratitude and also exhaustion.
Just hatred.
Yes,
exhaustion.
I'm just like, this is the first time since I was living in New York where I genuinely feel financial relief.
Yeah, you're making consistent money. You have benefits.
Yes.
You know, every 2 weeks or however much your paycheck is coming.
The money that I'm making from social media, the money that I make from the shoots that I do outside of my job is all for me to pay off my debts, to invest in myself. And then the money that I'm making from work, guaranteed my bills and my rent always paid.
Always.
It's nice to feel that, but it's like I replaced the financial stress with just life stress, with just exhaustion. Why can't motherfuckers just be happy?
Yeah, it sucks. And I'm kind of having the opposite problem of you because I'm not working as much. You know, a lot of my work goes into the podcast, to be honest. And I stress about money all the time. And we're fine.
Is so funny.
You know, we're fine. I have nothing to stress about. But, you know, going from making like 7 figures a year to like mid-6, it was a big jump for me. And just, you know, spending and prioritizing things differently, having a child. Having her is what's made me go into the spiral.
For sure.
Because I'm like, okay, I have to do this for her. I'm doing everything for her. And my thing is, having a partner now that I can rely on, I've never had that before. I've been hyper dependent in my adult life, and I hate it. It's
a learning curve.
Yes. I love that I can rely on him, and like he handles all the bills. I haven't paid a bill in a while.
Which is so crazy because that's literally all you did.
I know.
You were your own financial advisor and you were mine. Okay? That's literally all you did was like look at numbers and crunch.
I know.
The blessings that God bestows upon our lives, okay? I'm so happy for you. I am. I think it's so funny how during the second iteration of this podcast, I'm where you were in the beginning.
Literally.
Just like stressed. And then you are where I was, where I was like, I mean, my bills is paid.
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
I'm chilling.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's interesting. But I like that we have both perspectives to speak from. But what's the stat? It's like 83 or 84% more likely to achieve a goal when you write it down with a realistic date.
Yeah.
Like to accomplish it by. Put that date down.
Oh, I'm doing that at the Vortex.
Oh,
girl.
Yeah. When y'all are going in January?
January.
Okay.
We're going to Portland next month, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
Jade is like slowly trying to convince me to move to Portland. Like that's her goal. She's like, no, but I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of like, it's kind of working. We looked at the real estate.
I know, Mindy, it's appealing.
Girl, not just that, the school systems, the real estate, everything is just so much better. It's not that far from LA. It's not something that I'm like, oh, Portland. But it's like, damn, looking at these house tours and just thinking about my life, the way that I function right now, I spend so much time at home.
I mean, me too.
I think that I need to start reframing and understanding having a home that I don't have to worry about and like a place that I love that's beautiful and that's mine matters more to me now.
Oh, yeah.
It matters so much. No, because before I didn't care. Like I moved from apartment to apartment to apartment. Every year I move. Now I'm like, I don't want to move anymore. Like I want to find a place where I'm like happy. And ideally, for sure, LA, number one. But the way girl, we were looking at houses just for shits and giggles. We do this all the time. It's like manifestation.
Yeah, same.
Looked at this gorgeous house.
Where?
Highland Park. The view is fucking fantastic. Literally the architecture of it, beautiful. The pool, everything. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1,300 square feet, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
$1.5 million for 2 bedroom, 1 bath? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, California is absolutely bugging with these house prices.
Fuck out of here.
Even when I thought I was moving and looking at rentals, I was like, oh, I'm really going to have to adjust my expectations because we got to steal. Even though like our utilities is what pisses me off about this place. But the place itself, we got to steal for it. I'm going to say what it is, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but it's not crazy for LA. Yeah. It's $6,000 a month.
Which is good for
this
a house size.
It's 4,000 square feet. It's 6 bed, 5 bath. We have a pool.
A garage.
You
got fucking lemon trees and shit.
It's not super modern, but it's big. I always will take space over modernity any day. But looking at these other places, child, for the same price, literally half the size.
Yep.
Literally half the size.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad, but that's literally what we're dealing with right now.
I know.
I was talking to this one girl and she was on the phone and she was going back and forth with one of her roommates because she lives in a 3-bedroom, I want to say, and their electricity bill was almost $800. And she's like, and the roommate's like, it's you, did the AC, did it? And she's like, no. And I had to tell her, she got the phone. I was like, girl, it's not you.
It's everybody.
It's everybody.
Yes.
Gas prices are just like skyrocketing right now. She was like, yeah, but our bill is normally like $250, $3 max.
Child. They said in our area, they would increase 30 to 40%. I was paying $2,400, y'all. My highest bill this year was $2,400. It's going to increase from that next summer. I already told Trey, we're going to have to figure something out.
No, for sure.
I just, even if I have it, I refuse to pay. It's such an astronomical amount just to fucking live.
Y'all gonna listen. We're gonna pretend like we are living in Hawaii. Okay?
No, for real.
We are in Haiti. We're in the Caribbean. Island gal.
I don't give a fuck.
Peach is gonna learn about humidity.
Child.
She gonna love it.
That's why I love when it's cold. I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. I put on the AC because I was like, oh, it's gonna be a little hot when come over and film the podcast.
I remember the day. It was like 6 days ago. Mm-hmm. I was home. Jay was home. And we were on the phone. And at the same time, we both were like, it's cold. And I was like, oh. She was like, yo, we don't have to put on the AC. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Yes. I turned on for the first time today in like 4 days. Loved it.
Oh, it was so nice.
Loved
oh, my God.
That
welcome
crisp,
to the winter.
Cool feeling.
Welcome, winter, please.
Yes. And it rained one day. Oof.
Oh, yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
So nice.
This morning, this last thing, and then we're going to move along. This morning, I woke up this morning to multiple texts from my mother. And my mom sent me 2 selfies.
Oh, gosh.
And she's literally
How does she take a selfie?
She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Look at these.
Okay.
2 selfies, right?
Wow.
And she said, there are no other places. First of all, y'all don't make fun of my mama's grammar. She's a Haitian woman. She's perfect punctuation, though. She said, there are no other places that make me more relaxed than at church with Jesus and in my car, sweet Misty. She named her car Misty. She has a daughter named Mindy and a car named Misty. She says, do you think that I'm funny? No? Have a blessed day. I love you.
What?
That was a joke. She was joking. Literally, this is her joke. She's like, there's no other place that makes me feel more relaxed than at church with Jesus or in my car, sweet Misty. And the selfies are her in the car. And then she's like, wasn't that funny? No? You have to be blessed. And so I responded back and I was like, you're so funny and you look good. She said, great. Thank you, Jesus.
Child.
Listen, aside from the bigotry and the homophobia, I love my mother down bad. She's so fucking funny. She's so funny. Oh my God. Now,
oh my God.
It's time for the news hour with Tabria.
All right, we're going to run through this really quick because we just spent half hour kicking in.
I'm cool with that.
Me too. Shit. Okay, we're in the 3rd week of the government shutdown. This is the longest shutdown since the last one, unironically during the Trump presidency, that lasted 35 days. And if there is no resolution in the next 2 weeks, over 40 million people lose their SNAP benefits in November.
November 1st.
November 1st.
Literally in a week.
Yeah. Caroline Leavitt, I hate that she really gets under my skin. I cannot stand this bitch.
No, same.
I hate her.
Same.
So somebody asked her a question about where there's Trump and Putin are meeting. Who was the person that chose the meeting place for this meeting? Your mom. The fuck? Mm-hmm. And earlier this year, it was a Black journalist that asked her too. They asked her, is Trump for peaceful protesting? Something like that. And she was like, what a stupid question.
I remember that.
I can't stand her.
No, the thing is, I want everyone to realize, and I'm so sorry to interject, and I will shut the fuck up for the rest of the news.
No, it's fine.
I want people to understand the reason why they are so ballsy about being so unprofessional and so fucked about everything and they do not care is because they know they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They don't plan on leaving. She's not worried about job retention. No one's going to fire her. Mm-hmm. Like, they do not care because they know, for one, there isn't going to be another election. They plan on holding that. You know it. I know. You haven't even gotten to it yet, but when you get to it, you'll understand what the fuck I'm saying. There's not going to be another election. They plan on staying in that White House because at the end of the day, if they were to pass it along to another administration, all these people would be arrested.
Literally.
For treason and war crimes against the United States. They're not going anywhere. Go ahead.
Israel has violated the ceasefire agreement with Gaza 80 times as of now.
And what do we remember last week when we talked about it? And I said, I knew it.
Mm-hmm. They have killed at least 87 Palestinians and injured over 200 since the start of the ceasefire. So,
which was literally, 6 days ago?
Literally. Just to show you where Trump's head is at, he wants to build an Arc to Trump. He said that casually at the White House dinner last week, and we don't know how he would fund this project, but $40 billion to Argentina so far for their bailout, $97 million in golf trips this year. He had that dinner at Mar-a-Lago where the tickets were $1 million. Mm-hmm. Just all this money, the $200 million ballroom, mm-hmm. all this money. There was a representative from Ohio, Dave Taylor. He had a Zoom meeting, and in the background of his office, there was an American flag with a swastika on it.
Yeah.
He said he don't know where it came from. One of my staffers did it. So
it's like okay. they're gaslighting the fuck out of us. And I hate the fact that it's working, but that just proves how stupid the regular American is.
I know.
They're literally it's fine.
I know.
Oh my God.
Remember, I think it was last week or the week before, I mentioned the gag order that the Pentagon is placing on all the journalists. Well, it's official now. Dozens of journalists walk out of the mm-hmm. Pentagon. In the Pentagon Press Association, there are about 100 journalists that they had. There's now only 15.
Mm-hmm. Because those are the 15 fucking cowards mm-hmm. who decided to sign the pledge saying that they would only report on what the White House
approved. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even journalists from Fox and Newsmax.
Fox said something. I was shocked.
Yeah, same. And just to even put it into further perspective, CBS has had reporting inside the Pentagon for over 60 years.
Yeah.
This is the first time in 60 years that they haven't had someone inside the Pentagon. Mm-hmm. So Mitch McConnell, did you see this video? He was walking out of the Capitol building. There was a girl, she was a volunteer. She came and asked, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them? He literally fell. To avoid asking the question.
Shut
literally
up.
Was like, oh.
I didn't see that.
Literally felt like, please be so fucking for real.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh my God.
That's an SNL skit. That's funny as fuck.
Literally. One of the biggest news stories that happened this week was about the Young Republicans. They're the oldest youth political group or organization. Their members are between the ages of 18 and 40. Mind you. Their Telegram group chat was leaked, and they were saying a lot of hateful language, such as referring to Black people as monkeys and watermelon people, mm-hmm. Regaling Hitler, mentioned raping their enemies and putting them in gas chambers. Mm-hmm. Like it was disgusting.
Yeah.
JD Vance's response to this is, kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. That's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a very offensive, stupid joke is cause to ruin their lives. Kids, where?
Mm-hmm. Where? When a month ago, anybody who said anything about Charlie Kirk's death lost their jobs, literally got deported, got turned away from the country, all for making what was not even making a joke, having a meme on their phone.
Yes.
But these people who literally were calling Black people watermelon people and saying that raping women was epic.
Yeah.
Epic. They're young children. These are 30-plus-year-old inbred white people. Have you seen the imagery? The pictures?
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to put all their pictures, names, and ages up here, too. All their social media is gone.
Yeah.
But you will see it. The No Kings protest happened this weekend. It was an amazing turnout. Over 7 million people were estimated to participate. Hated Trump's response to this. He made an AI video of him flying a jet over protesters, and it was literally shitting on them.
Not gonna lie.
And there was the main target of the video. He is like a TikTok political influencer, Harry Sisson. He was like the forefront of the video, like mainly literally defecating on his face. So I hope he takes legal action or something. He said he's considering it. RFK Jr. spoke at a press event this week and said that young boys have 50% of the sperm count and testosterone of a 65-year-old man. So many doctors have spoken and refuted that statement, and that girls start puberty on average 6 years earlier. And he is misrepresenting a statistic from the 1800s. Girls on average are starting puberty 6 months earlier.
He's basically setting the precedent to make it okay for old men to fuck
legal
children.
Rape. Yeah.
Because if he's like, well, men in their 60s have double the testosterone, double the, well, we need to make sure that these children are having babies. And the young girls are ready, but the young boys aren't. They're obsessed with women and our uteruses.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
And I don't report on these stories. I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about like crimes against children. But literally every week there's a story I could discuss.
For sure.
Literally every single week there is a story I can discuss. There was one like in Utah where it was a judge and he was trying to make it so like 14 was the age of consent or something.
Yeah. I can't even get into it.
Okay. Now, no major news source is reporting this, obviously, but the Election Truth Alliance, they made a Substack about it, and I'll put it here. But election fraud obviously happened. I'm 100% convinced that this past election was rigged. And for example, they looked into 3 counties in Florida: Palm Beach, Miami-Dade, and St. Lucie. So of these 3 counties that they looked into, they had over 100% voter participation. So for instance, in one of the precincts in Miami, there were 300 registered voters, but they had 369 votes. That's impossible. In Palm Beach, one of the precincts, they had 222 registered voters, 382 votes, over 172% turnout. How is that possible?
Yeah.
If you've heard the story about Rockland County, it's a small county in New York where like the overwhelming majority, literally nearly 100% of the votes were for Trump. Not one was for Kamala Harris.
Which is impossible.
It's literally...
the thing is, we know. This is the thing. But I feel like the government, the world, the internet, they're all just like playing with our intelligence. We don't need all these. Well, we have more evidence to prove. We already know.
Yeah.
We know. The only people who don't know are willfully choosing to be ignorant. We know he did not win this. We know. This is all planned. We know. And everybody said Project 2025 was a real thing before he won the election. People were like, that's not true. This will never happen. This is far-fetched. No. Let's stop playing dumb, please. We are already here. Let's accept it as reality and let's figure out a way out of this shit. But before we'll never get out of it if we still think that democracy is still applicable to this.
Yeah.
No one's voting anybody out. If we're not going to do a general strike and stop the money flow in this country, then leave. Because there's nothing else you can do. A fucking rally is not going to do shit. No shade. Shout out to y'all. No Kings, for real. It's doing nothing.
If everybody who participated in No Kings participated in the general strike,
we would be out of this already.
Literally.
We would be out of this already.
It would be done.
An economist did a video and he basically said that it would take 3 weeks of 5% of the country not working. 5%. To shake this economy completely to the point where they would have no choice but to give us what we want, because our country would be exactly where Argentina is right now. Right now.
I'm like, you guys.
I'm ready.
Literally. I saw a PBS report about this, that the top 20% of Americans are what's holding the country together right now. The top 20%. Because they're the ones who are still going on vacation and buying in excess and doing all the things.
No one else can afford that
No
shit.
one else can afford to.
Nobody. It's fucking ridiculous. We always end off the news segment angry.
It's impossible not to be.
Fucking pissed. Listen.
It's impossible not to
I'm
be.
going to get us a punching bag so
I
we can take a little
There's one outside. Shit.
Okay. The fuck. Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's transition into pop culture.
Okay.
Real quick, real fast. First things first, I have my kufi on right now. For those of you who can see me, this is for D'Angelo.
Yes.
For those who may not know, I was a neo soul queen for a very long
Mindy
time.
loved D'Angelo.
I was a dwelle listening. I used to do live spoken slam poetry. I still have a few up my sleeve. I could perform at the drop of a dime. I was really entrenched in the culture. Sure was. Shea Butter down. And this really rocked my soul.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Gucci Mane comes out as schizophrenic. And he sat down
with a transition. What?
Yeah, no. He sat down with the Breakfast Club. And genuinely, it was him and his wife, Keisha.
Yeah.
And that their relationship is so beautiful and so admirable. And she basically was in the interview with him. He comes out, tells everyone that he's schizophrenic and that he had been going through massive manic episodes. But the only reason why we don't know about it is because she did her best to make sure it never touched the internet. So every single time, she literally was on the interview talking about it, and she was like, whenever he started switching up, and she was like, it'd be little things, like he'd start texting me, and he'd add periods to all of his sentences. And he'd get really, 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 really quiet. And I'd be like, why are you not talking to me? And he'd be like, I just want my, I need alone time. And she's like, he loves me. He never doesn't want to talk to me. So she's like, when that happens, I know you're about to have a manic episode. And she deletes all the social media off his phone. And so then when he fully gets into it, he's not, like, there's no evidence of it because he can't reach out and can't do stuff.
Oh, wow.
But in his manic episodes, he was doing shit like giving away jewelry to his homeboys, giving cars away. She protected him as much as she could. But recently, September 13th, I think he like had a manic episode, and actually like it touched the internet because she didn't see it coming, whatever the case may be. And like, instead of pretending like him like wilding out on the internet was normal, they were like, fuck it, we're gonna let everybody know he's schizophrenic.
Damn.
So many of our celebrities are dealing with mental health issues, and they don't inform us until it gets to the point where they need to be institutionalized. And I think that making it something that isn't seen as like a negative thing,
like so taboo.
It's key to normalizing it, and also making sure that these people feel human in their experiences. Because having to have this fear of like, oh, but what will the people think? You're suffering right now. You're like going through something. You shouldn't be worried about the perception of the public. Moving along to someone else who is clearly schizophrenic, Nicki Minaj had so many things to say on the internet. And I'm going to start off by touching on a story that a lot of people aren't talking about, but it's very important to this entire narrative. She's had a court judgment against her for $500,000 that was won by a security guard in Germany who sued her and her husband for assault. So
really?
So the story goes, and I'm going to give it to you really, really quick. She was in Germany on a tour stop when she was on tour the last time around. And she had her own private security, but then there was also security for the stadium. Somehow, the stadium security guard was a woman. She was not paying attention, and someone from the crowd ran up on the stage. They did not touch her because as soon as they got up on stage, Nicki's private security bum rushed this man and like knocked him off. All they had time to do was do a little dance. It was like less than 10 seconds off the stage. After the show ended, Nicki demanded that all the security come to backstage where she was at, and she started to berate them. She found out who it was. It was a woman. She went off on this lady, made her cry. The head of security interjects, and he's like, hey, like, please, like, cool off on her. Like, we apologize. Thankfully nothing bad happened, but I apologize. I will deal with it myself. You do not need to be like this, because she is very fucking rude, right? So they think it's squashed. They think it's done. Head of security gets called to the back again, this time by Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty. So they go back there. They actually have a man-to-man conversation. He said that it was actually very pleasant. He apologized. Kenneth Petty was like, I understand. They shook on it. It's cool. Walked away feeling like, okay, love this. Amazing. Gets called back again. This time, it's Nicki and Kenneth and the head of security only. So calls him back. The head of security is like, respectfully, I already squashed it. You already yelled at everybody. Like, why do we need to talk about this again? And she basically was like double downing about the disrespect that she felt and the fact that they, was fucking with her or whatever. As him and Nicki are going back and forth, Kenneth walks around to the side of him, sucker punches him, breaks his jaw.
Oh my gosh.
Breaks his fucking jaw. One punch.
Damn.
And Nicki was like, exactly. So Nicki made him do it. Yeah. Yeah, told him to do it, like using her husband like a henchman. So, of course, he goes to the police after that. As soon as he like walked away, because he's holding his jaw, it's fucking broken, he's in pain. By the time they come back, Nicki and everybody's gone. They know that her next tour stop is somewhere else in Germany. They call the cops. Cops go there. Kenneth left the country already. He decides to sue civilly because he can't press charges because they're not in Germany. And it happened in Germany. Sue civilly. They try to subpoena her 1,000,000 times. She's avoiding the subpoena, all these things, just doing her best to avoid it. Eventually, they end up, which I think is so crazy that this is something that's legal in the United States. But you know how if you can't receive a subpoena, they will just post it in a publication?
Really?
So there's a term for it. There's a term for it, but I can't remember what it's called. But essentially, if you can't find someone to subpoena them, if you place like say an ad or a spread in a newspaper that is local to them, then that's all you need. So they did it. His legal team did it. They put it in like a Calabasas, like small news company called like the Acorn or something like that. Of course, she never fucking saw it, but like it's a printout. You can Google it. It's there. It's like Nicki Minaj versus da 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 da. Must be in court on this day. Da 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 da. Of course, doesn't show up. Default judgment to him, $500,000. Right? Won't pay it. So now his lawyers basically are asking the judge to force her to sell her house so he can get his money. So there's been a lot of stress on her head. So she's dealing with that. She's pretending like it's not happening. And at the same time, she had recently announced during her beef with Cardi that she was going to drop an album. The day that this whole story breaks about the news and the guy and the default judgment or whatever, she goes on Twitter and she says, okay, I'm not going to put out the album anymore. No more music. Hope you're happy now. Tags Jay-Z and then says, bye, Barbs. Love you for life. We don't know if she's quitting music for good, but she's not dropping the album anymore and she's blaming Jay-Z. Like she's been blaming Jay-Z for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's been a lot. The next two things I'm going to breeze by, again, disappointments by people that we thought were icons. Brian McKnight is a shitty nigga. He is a terrible individual. He was basically celebrating a legal win against his ex-wife in court, the wife that he abandoned along with his 2 children for his new family. And he was doing all of this on the on the birthday, the first birthday of his deceased son who died last year from, I think it was cancer for sure. And his son basically called him out and said that he was dead wrong for this because you didn't even say anything.
Literally.
Not a happy birthday to my deceased son. Just a praise God. You always want to see a black man lose, but this black man winning today. Fuck you. How about that?
Yeah, I can't stand him. So this week we want to talk about legacy. Can their legacy survive their worst behavior, antics? Nicki Minaj is a great example.
Brian McKnight as well.
Yeah. What's your gut answer to that?
To what?
Do you think a celebrity's legacy can survive their misconduct?
The thing is, the older I get, the more that I start realizing things. I think that this has been something that's always occurred. Yeah. The minute I started really looking into all these like iconic artists and stuff, like Elvis Presley and like all these people who had terrible pasts that we just overlooked, the more and more I understand why people still stand for Chris Brown. I will never understand how y'all ride for this motherfucker. People who are like self-proclaimed girls. Y'all are still paying hundreds of dollars to see this high yellow nigga backflip on a stage.
I was really shocked because I haven't listened to Chris Brown and I don't know when. I genuinely don't know anything about him present day. When I saw he's touring in the stadiums Beyonce toured at.
With a conch.
I'm like...
with a full perm.
I'm like, this many people are going to see him?
He has ride or die fans. Yeah. I know right now there are people listening to us who are just like, I love Chris Brown. Baby, I can't save you. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
I think for him in particular, a lot of people, they use the excuse, well, Rihanna forgave him, so why should it matter if I care or not?
But
he's also done so many things after that.
I just literally what I was about to say. People focus solely on the Rihanna thing. My disgust in him and disdain for him is not solely rooted in that. He has abused almost every woman he has been in a relationship with.
Yeah.
He is also a raging colorist. And you expect me to overlook all of that?
What's the line for you? Because obviously there's levels. First of all, I don't think cancel culture is really even a thing anymore because people be bouncing back like crazy. But what is the line for you when it comes to canceling somebody and not supporting them in any way?
If I wouldn't fuck with you, if I knew you in real life behind this, I'm not gonna fuck with you as an artist either. Like if there's a thing that you did and you were not a famous person, but you were just a regular person, like one of my friends, and you did this, I would not fuck with you. I've cut people off for less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if I had a homeboy and I knew that this homeboy beat the shit out of his girlfriend,
yeah,
I'm not your friend anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not riding with you. I will wish you well from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if that applies with me. Like if somebody's like a serial cheater or something, I don't know if I would necessarily
No, that's different. That's different because I don't know if I would. If this was my family member, I probably wouldn't stop fucking with my family member if he cheated on every girlfriend he had.
Yeah.
But if he beat the shit out of his girlfriend, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's different to me. I would probably still like listen to someone's music if they were a serial cheater. I'd be like, oh, that's why the music's so good.
I mean, that's everybody.
Okay, that's why the music's so good because you be out here fucking on everybody.
Yeah.
But if you were, you know, like, if you were selling drugs and the drugs you sold were like Fenty lace and you killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like that one artist where the 15-year-old girl was found in his trunk. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with your music.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I can agree with that. Yeah. But it's mostly like when you cause harm to people.
Yeah.
That's like where I draw the line. Like with R. Kelly, I genuinely haven't listened to R. Kelly in a while. And I get like a really guttural reaction when I hear his music. Like I went to a wedding a couple years ago and they played R. Kelly.
Oh gosh,
and
Step in the Name of Love.
Yeah. I was like, no,
same.
we should. And it was, you
Same.
could tell it was just awkward for everybody out there, you know? It gets tough with people like Kanye for me. I haven't listened to any of Kanye's new stuff. I didn't really listen to it. I listened to a couple songs with him and Ty Dolla $ign because those are super popular.
It's the popular ones.
It's the popular ones that I might hear on TikTok and then I'll listen to it.
I'm not pressing play. Oh, I will say, I'm not gonna lie. I do have moments where I get very nostalgic for like the Graduation album.
Yeah, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite albums ever.
Yeah, I'll get nostalgic and I will listen, but I have to stop. Like I unfollowed on everything.
Yeah.
And so there'll be moments where I'll be like, oh, fuck. But I still feel terrible.
Yeah. So I don't think there's such a thing as separating the art from the artist. I don't think you can. Because when you're creative like that, your art is you. It's an extension of you. I think sometimes I might rationalize it with myself as like, with Kanye, for example, I stopped listening once the behavior started.
Yes, same.
Like everything before, I'm like, okay, I don't feel as bad.
What did he do before?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about like basically
okay.
You know?
I know exactly. You bookmark the chapters, like New Testament versus Old Testament.
Yeah,
you're not listening
like,
to
this
the new.
was like old Kanye. You know, I typically listen to the old Kanye. I don't listen to the new Kanye. But you know where it was really hard for me, and please, no judgment, okay? I was a huge fan of The Cosby Show. I bought all 8 seasons. I have all of my favorite shows. I buy the seasons. Cosby Show, Golden Girls, The Office. I bought all the seasons. So I've rewatched episodes of The Cosby Show, of the ones that I purchased so I wouldn't be contributing to him, you know, earning money. But
the grief that I felt. The Cosby Show was the first depiction of healthy Black family that I've ever seen.
Yes.
It was the first time that I saw a little girl who I thought looked like me. I used to watch Rudy and literally be like, that's me.
Yeah.
Also, it was so fucking funny.
It was
so
really good.
Funny. It was like wholesome as fuck. He sullied that. And what's the college spinoff?
Different World?
Different World. Different World.
I didn't even think about that.
Same. He's had his hand in so many things.
Yes.
In so many things. I think, I'm not gonna lie. I understand the difficulty in separating, but I definitely have not watched anything since then. Which celeb downfall shocked you the most? Like, which one really made you go, oh, fuck? There have been so many.
I know I'm trying to think of like what was just
I'll tell you my earliest one.
What?
And I was young when this happened, and I don't think that I ever thought about the fact that the people that I watched on TV might be bad people.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up watching Seinfeld with my auntie.
Ooh,
and when Kramer went on that fucking rant, I remember my jaw being on the like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That was shocking. Yeah.
That was the first time. But in my like adulthood and like fully understanding like, oh wow, you might be a shitty nigga. No, but I think R. Kelly was a huge one for me. R. Kelly was a big one for me because I was a real fan. I thought his songwriting was so good.
It was excellent.
Oh, there were so many songs that just like, he started to lose me at Trapped in the Closet. But before that, iconic music. That really hurt my spirit. Nicki wasn't as big of a for me. Azalea Banks, for sure, because I was such a fan of her music. And she just continues to disappoint every fucking year.
You know which one was probably the most surprising to me?
What?
Jussie Smollett.
No. Okay. No. You need to watch the documentary.
I did.
Okay.
I left even more confused.
Okay. Tell me your thoughts.
Everybody lying.
Tell me your thoughts. I need to hear. Tell me.
Okay, so first I was on his side, and granted, he made this documentary.
Yes.
So it's biased.
It's very biased, yes.
But I was on his side up until the Nigerian brothers got in. And sorry if you haven't watched this Jussie Smollett documentary, just skip over this next part. But like the CCTV footage of them buying everything to do all of these things, like it doesn't make sense why they did that. They have receipts buying all this stuff. Why were they there? They were supposed to fly home to Nigeria.
But did you see the footage of who they say did it, and it looks like two white men?
Yes. But I also see how somebody could think, because it was split down the middle. Some people thought they were white men. Some people thought they were black.
The thing is, the question of some people thought they were white, some people thought they were black, at the end of the day, I think 100% of the people can agree it's not the two Nigerian brothers.
I can agree with that.
So who is it if it's not them?
I don't know. But I know the Nigerians are probably lying the most out of anybody. I will say that.
They went on press tours after it.
They're writing a book.
Like y'all wanted to be famous real bad.
Yeah. Chicago PD's lying for sure.
Yes.
Lying for sure.
Yes.
But I also don't fully trust Jussie.
Tell me what about it you're questioning? Like what aspect? Because I will say his disposition in it was a little off-putting.
And I know everybody handles things differently, you know? But you were out during one of the coldest days of the year. I'm not mad at that. You got your sandwich.
Right? It's 24 hours.
I'm not mad at that. Two MAGA people came up to you, you know, it's hard for me to believe that two MAGA people watched Empire, but fine, I'll buy it. But after the fact, it's like, okay, so you were just assaulted by these two men. You still got your sandwich. You still brought everything home.
The thing is, I'm leaning more towards the side that he wasn't fully lying because of the footage of the men running across the lobby. There was like lobby footage and it's running. If y'all was faking this shit, he wouldn't be running for his life like that. Like, I feel like maybe it started off that way. I don't know. I think that I think that we're not getting the truth from any party. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
But I do believe something did happen to him. And I also believe that he also was in the mix with these Nigerian men in some fucked up way too. And it might have been in something drug related, like he said. It may have been something that was a little bit deeper, maybe sexual with one of them. I don't know. It could be so many things. I just know for a fact, no one's telling the truth.
Yeah, everybody lying in that documentary.
Yeah. But that was a shocker.
But it was just shocking because what?
Sorry, I just thought of somebody else that disappointed me.
Who?
I'm sorry. Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah, that came out of nowhere too. Yeah.
He was supposed to be the new golden boy.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to be like the next
Denzel.
That story like flip-flopped a lot.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael Jackson.
Don't.
No, because
that was the first one I remember hearing about.
I was about to say that one might have been before Kramer. But I think it was different for me because even back then, I didn't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
And I still kind of don't.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I know. And it's...
I still kind of don't. But I do recognize Michael Jackson's story as being one of the first obvious campaigns to cancel someone.
Yeah.
It was a clear campaign to cancel Michael Jackson. And I think that the diehard fans in the Black community was not finna let that happen.
Yeah. I think also just being older and knowing how far, government and celebrities will go to hide shit, that also makes me not believe it either.
Yes.
Because literally the biggest star to ever exist.
Hello.
Why would you want to fuck that up?
Hello.
Why would you want to fuck that up? Because he would.
But I also feel like they were attacking an easy target because I do believe that Michael had a very traumatic childhood.
Yes.
And I do believe that there is a childlike essence to him because he was stuck in that trauma.
Totally.
And so him building a wonderland as a home, him having, chimps as pets, him just trying to live life like a child because he never had a childhood because his daddy wouldn't let him. Okay. I genuinely believe, was it weird that he had all these children with him in his home? Yes. I don't believe it was for anything sexual. I think that he genuinely just felt like a child and had fun with children.
I agree. And I'm really for real, I'm not trying to make excuses for no pedophiles.
And we're not saying that victims are wrong here. I am not trying to victim blame or say that the victims were lying at all. This is solely our opinions on the one individual, Michael Jonathan Jackson.
There have just been so many conflicting reports about it too.
Backtracking too.
Yes. Paying people off, people recanting their statements, biased
documentaries. Being the same doctor, the doctor that prescribed him the medication that he OD'd on and died is the same doctor who's wrapped up in all these other celebrity deaths and things.
Yeah.
It's a machine.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that's not to say that I don't believe other people are guilty. Like Diddy, guilty as fuck.
I wasn't shocked by that one.
No, I wasn't either. He always gave me sinister vibes.
Yeah. I think that one was more so about damn time.
No, honestly.
I know the baby oil did shock me a little bit though. That was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
And I've heard stories from people I've worked with about him. And they're all on some
crazy shit. Same.
Literally sacrificial type shit. And
not just that, but also dicky shit. I've heard stories of him berating his family in front of guests, berating his employees having to go to literal therapy after working with him. Just bad individuals.
Yeah.
But with that being said, because even though the campaign to cancel Michael Jackson didn't 100% work, it worked well enough that it did sully his legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Can you think of a celebrity who was not successfully canceled who should have been? Aside from
Chris Brown.
I'll tell you one.
Who?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
He hates Black people. That man, he's not just Black people.
He hates minorities,
period. He literally went to jail for being the shit out of an Asian man. He has been caught calling people niggers, saying all kinds of shit. And we still are out here giving him awards and treating him like he's fucking Tom Cruise.
What's that guy's name? It's another actor.
That wasn't... what is his name? The weird guy who makes movies.
Oh, James Franco.
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
I was thinking about the one who married his daughter.
Oh, Woody Allen. Yep.
But wait, James Franco, what did he do?
He's been accused of assault by hella women.
Shut up.
But yeah, he's been making movies this whole time.
And he's been casted as heartthrob.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It was a big deal. A lot of people stopped being friends with him. Distance themselves.
Everybody sucks.
Everybody sucks. Everybody does. Do you think cancel culture is worse towards women than men?
No. Well, name me a woman who's been successfully canceled.
So I think the couple that came to mind was Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Ooh.
You know? Because people flipped on her. And granted, I don't think she's innocent. You know?
I was about to say.
I don't think she's innocent. But the way that they really just nixed her and just supported him.
And Johnny Depp was not, his hands were not clean.
No.
Yeah, no, that's true. I do agree with that. I think that just in general, women are always going to be the punching bags. Women are easier targets and people dispose of women once they're not hot anymore. Yeah. I would say because this happened when Amber Heard was older in age.
Obviously.
But she... because this happened when Amber Heard was older, I think that people were less forgiving because she wasn't hot anymore to them. I think that
I can agree with
women become disposable when they're no longer something you can like look at and like get horny after to them. She's still an attractive woman. She was attractive then, she's attractive now. Yeah. But they definitely treated her differently when she started putting on weight and like, you know? Yeah. Just didn't look the same. And no shade, Johnny Depp was looking rough.
Yeah, he's
rough.
Haggard.
Rough. Oh, haggard for sure. And people were just like, yes! Yeah, that was fucked up. How many women have been successfully canceled?
I know, that's what I was trying to think of because I mean, Nicki Minaj is kind of there. Azealia Banks is there.
I think that we exile women more than we cancel them.
What do you mean?
I think that when there are women who maybe like J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah,
she should be canceled.
Yeah.
People do not cancel her. They exile. And they're just like, they separate the art and the artistry.
Yeah, they separate them.
They separate it. So it's like, oh, fuck J.K. Rowling. But y'all are still out here going to Universal Studios, Harry Potter, doing all the things.
Yeah, I'm guilty. The new Harry Potter show that's coming out, I want to watch it.
And J.K. Rowling is literally transphobic, homophobic. She's racist. She's all the things. She's a terrible, terrible person. She deserves to be canceled.
She does. Maybe I'll pirate.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Who else? Why am I drawing a blank? I'm such a girl's girl.
You know,
I'm just like, girls can't do nothing wrong.
Sabrina Claudio, they really got her out of
here. Oh, not gonna lie, that was successful.
Yeah,
that was
they
successful.
Got her. Daniel Caesar, I know that's a man, but they got him out of here too.
No, Daniel Caesar's still thriving though. Did you see?
Is he thriving?
Yeah, he literally went and like showed up on a school campus the other day and did like a performance like sitting in the grass, and it got so crazy. They literally had to like carry him out that bitch. Students were like passing out from just the amount of people that were like pushing to be there. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But he also, I think it was in Toronto. You know, the Canadians love their Canadian brethren.
Yeah. I forget he's Canadian.
Why am I drawing a blank on anyone else? Aren't there women who
like Ellen? Her show was canceled after her shit came out.
She left the country, exiled.
Yeah.
Do men stick around because they know that eventually the pendulum will swing back and they'll be fine? Or like, is there more shame attached to when women do it? Or is it more finite when women? I don't know. Camila Cabello, she was almost canceled, but not officially.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Name me a white woman that was successfully canceled.
Isn't it Roseanne?
Roseanne Barr?
Yeah.
I know it's not Rosie O'Donnell. We love Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, that's what I was kidding.
Yeah. No, yeah, we love Rosie O'Donnell.
So yeah, it was Roseanne.
Oh, she was racist. She also, no shade, old and out of here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of people that are more current. Well, maybe naturally we're just hyper aware of things like that. And men, their cancellation comes from them just being like shitty men.
Yeah.
Like behavior that was once okay isn't okay anymore, and they still think it is.
Things it was never okay. It's just that,
it was socially acceptable, quote unquote.
Okay, so then speaking of the fans of these individuals who deserve the cancellation, but we can't do it because their fans are keeping them alive. Why do you think that is?
I feel like majority of people don't really care.
Care about the actions that they take?
Yeah, depending on what it is, especially. I feel like a lot of the times it's rooted in when people are not successfully canceled, it's rooted in like sexism, racism. They don't think it's worth not listening to.
I'm not even thinking about listening to the music. I'm thinking about like, I hate that we keep bringing him up, but Chris Brown is the perfect.
I mean, he is a perfect example.
He's the perfect test subject for this. When we talk about Chris Brown, I'm talking about the fans who are women that pay $1,000 to take a picture, tune it up, bending over in front of him.
Because he's fine.
Is he?
Girl, everybody thinks he's fine.
Who?
We have a friend who thinks he's fine.
Oh, God. We do.
She's not paying to see him, but she will say.
Oh, God. Everybody got different
But
ways.
I also, that, like you said, like how older women, they get discarded more easily because they're not considered hot anymore.
Yeah.
If you're fine, people will overlook a lot.
You're right.
A lot.
You're right. Damn. The Tyler, the Creator situation, for those of you who may not be aware because it recently happened, basically when D'Angelo passed, R.I.P. D'Angelo, hand on my kufi. When he passed, Tyler, the Creator, like had a mild crash out, an emotional like moment on X where he was just like talking about it. And his fans, his little white fans were kind of like, we don't give a fuck. Like, who's that? Like, because they're unaware. And he basically was like, don't you fucking dare disrespect me or my culture or this artist that I love and hold near and dear. Which to me, if it was anybody else, that response cleared them. You know? Hell yeah. Power to the people. But what ended up happening instead is Black and white people alike were basically like, shut the fuck up, you fucking cool nigga. Because at the end of the day, you were the one who had all these lyrics talking shit about Black people, Black women, saying that you were not Black enough for the Blacks and not white enough for the whites, and doing all these things and basically playing up on the fact that you were mildly kind of racist. Like you were giving rage porn, race porn to your white fans. And people are like, don't you try to switch up now.
Literally.
I have an argument about this.
What?
I know people want to get him the fuck up out of here, but I will say two things. One, when he was making this music, he was a literal child.
He was a teenager.
Child. He was a teenager. He was also awkward and really looking for acceptance. And instead of doing the opposite and like playing into what was popular at the time in order to gain that acceptance, he took the fuck you route, the punk rock route, where it's like, well, if y'all think that I'm not Black enough or I'm not white enough, I'm just gonna do my own shit. I'm gonna let cockroaches crawl on my face, and I'm gonna say fuck you Black bitches, and I'm gonna say love white tits, and I'm gonna do all these things. And he wasn't thinking about where future him would feel.
He was one of my first personal cancellations. When I heard that rape a pregnant bitch threesome line, I was like, oh, I don't want to invite any kind of energy like that into my ears. Not listening to him. And then when his Flower Boy era came around,
that's when it switched up.
And you can tell now he's really leaning into his Blackness. Like he had this awakening.
Yes.
It seems like. But my thing with him is he's never taken accountability for it. And this is like, that's a huge thing about, these moral shortcomings with celebrities. Like accountability is so important. Now for some things, R. Kelly, Diddy, Cosby, ain't no accountability for that.
I don't need to hear Diddy crying apologize.
I don't need you to apologize for that.
I'm okay.
Like, I mean, I'm sure the victims, no, the fuck knows, but
the apology is not going to make me look at you with empathy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But for something like this, if you took accountability and said something like, I was self-hating or whatever the fuck it might have been.
Lost child.
Yeah. But he never has.
Ever.
The only thing he said about it is, if I recall correctly, he was saying like, it was like an exaggerated cartoonish persona that he was playing into.
No,
and I'm
baby.
like,
no, baby.
No.
And the thing is, I don't think he understands. Maybe he does, and he's just not speaking up on it. The power that he had in like really placing this impression on these other young Black boys who looked up to him and wanted to be like him. And he's saying things like, I want no dark skinned bitch, fuck you, Blackie. And saying these things really made these young boys who are like, I love this music, say, fuck black bitches. And you set them on this trajectory that you were depicting that may have been exaggerated, but they then used that and lived it in their day-to-day life. You need to hold responsibility. You need to hold yourself accountable for that responsibility in creating that monster.
Yeah.
You did. You don't think that black girls were getting taunted with your lines? You don't think people were out here saying things like, fuck a pregnant bitch, it's a threesome to pregnant women in real life, scaring the fuck out of them? You don't think that was a thing? That's a thing. You have to be responsible for what you said. And I understand you were a child, but it would be so much easier for you to just sit down with someone or on your own and have that conversation and put it out there and be like, I'm a grown man right now. I understand what I did back then was wrong. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. And I apologize.
That's it. Easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Do you think cancel culture is necessary?
I think cancel culture is a mockery of what we actually should be doing. I don't think cancel culture is helpful in any way because we don't actually cancel individuals. I think that if we were to actually get true shitty people out of here, we should never be hearing from them again. And I think cancel culture is just soft. It's a game. If you shut up, you ride that wave, in a year you can pop back up again and no one will care. Like my biggest fear right now is that we know Diddy's gonna get out.
Yeah.
We know he's gonna get out. He's gonna be back on these streets by next year. My biggest fear is that he's gonna play it smart and just shut up for a while and then pop back out again, standing behind someone like one of his children or like a new artist or something. And we're gonna let it slide. He's gonna start to make money again.
Yeah, he'll definitely be able to make money again. Easily. It's not even like that has happened so often where, they may have been the face before and they were canceled. They can't be in the public eye anymore, but they're still making hella bread behind the scenes.
It's just disheartening. Like, what's the point of doing all this? It's performative.
Yeah.
And I think that cancel culture is hella performative.
It 100% is.
Yeah.
On the flip side, if I'm being devil's advocate, cancel culture it's not constructive to anything because I also think people aren't as open anymore or as willing to do interviews or just be as vulnerable or authentic because they're afraid that they'll,
get canceled.
They're
watching what they say for sure. If you get canceled too early, that's Sabrina Claudio.
Yeah.
If you get canceled too early in your career, we literally will just forget about you. And unfortunately, it's hard to bounce back from that.
Yeah.
It's the exile thing.
Yeah.
I think cancel culture is the best visual for it is that scene in Game of Thrones where Cersei has to walk through the city and people are just saying, shame, shame. And as soon as she walks through the end of the line or whatever, it's like, now it's done.
Yeah.
You got your public lashings and now go back to your regular life.
Yeah.
And if you can figure out how to bounce back, good on you. If you can't, sucks. But you got your public lashings. It is what it is.
Yeah. I just wish you were more effective.
I also wish that there was more research done beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about that issue, that the situation that happened recently with Samara and Cardi B. And how it started off with Cardi B saying something that people were really upset at, and then Samara calling her out for it, and then people turned on Samara, and now they're like, well, fuck you. Cardi has never been canceled, for real, ever.
No.
People try, and her fans won't allow it. They really, has Samara started posting again?
Yeah, she just did.
Okay, but they ran her ass off the internet.
Yeah.
Ran her off the internet. And I don't think people sit and really think about who's in the wrong, who's in the right, what's really happening here, how is this going to affect this person's life. People are just so excited and they jump at the opportunity to shit talk and downplay somebody. So excited behind it. And I think that is what has made cancel culture a mockery. In the beginning, when people were truly being canceled, it was a real thing. Now, It's a joke. But it has real life consequences.
It does. Like, people will dox people.
Yes. People have probably committed suicide behind it. I can't name anybody off the top of my head, but I know that that's probably something that has happened multiple times. And we do not think about these things because the minute you have a hot topic and you know, shit, I can make a TikTok about this. I can make a tweet about this. It's going to go viral because everyone's talking about it. You do it. And now it's a fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
And then once the truth gets revealed, nobody's quick to post an apology video. Nobody wants to post a video and say, my bad, girl.
No, they never do.
They never do.
They never do.
They just move on to the next thing.
Yeah, literally.
That's why I hate yap culture.
I know. And they still leave that video up because it got the most views.
So many views. And it just
won't
is
take
what
it down.
is. And people always say, well, girl, if you make it public, you're a public person. I should be able to say what I want. No, baby. I hate internet culture sometimes.
It's like our greatest strength and weakness.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a necessary evil.
I don't know about necessary, but it exists and we just have to deal with it. It's a part of our world.
Yeah, I won't. It's not necessary. It's not. We existed long before this.
Yes.
But just the way that the world has acclimated so much to it, God, I can't imagine if it were taken away.
Yeah, or the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would lose their fucking mind.
So did you see this morning, there was a massive internet outage.
Where?
Across the world. Because one of Amazon's...
their payment processing things, AWS.
Yeah, but it's the whole server went down. And there are hundreds of thousands of websites that work through it, shut down for hours. And they won't say if it was a cyber attack, if it was just like a malfunction, whatever the case may be, because I don't think it was a malfunction because they have firewalls and things like that in place, like fail safes in place, so that if something happens, there's like how you have generators in buildings where like, okay, there's an outage, you have a generator that'll like back it up immediately. None of that was working. And I think that is just a reality check of how easy it would be for everything to shut the fuck down.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything we have functions through the internet. If the internet or a server goes down, your phone not fucking working.
No.
We don't have landlines anymore. What do you do then? We need to get them. We talked about this years ago.
I know those radios.
Yes, we need to get those fucking radios.
I know.
Just in case. Just in case. They will always work. We should get them. I might get them for everybody for Christmas. How much are they?
I'll accept that as a Christmas gift.
How much are they? You'll accept that?
No, because, by Christmas.
Oh, yes.
But that's a good thing to get.
Guys, listen up. I know that we just want an ounce of normalcy, you know? We want to feel like the world is not changing. We want to feel like things are the same. They are not. Wake up. Okay? They are not. We cannot go back until we dismantle the system. This kufi is activating me.
Literally.
We cannot go back until we dismantle this system. And honestly, when we do, I still don't want to go back. Capitalism is killing us. No Black Friday. No Christmas shopping. Thanksgiving, keep it to a minimum. Them food stamps not going to be in anyway. Keep it to a minimum. And it's not that I'm saying that we need to punish ourselves or have like rations, like we're post-war. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if we continue to feed into the system, when we continue to line the pockets of these billionaires, they're going to continue to mistreat us because they know even through the mistreatment, we are still complacent. We will still pay them. We will still keep the system running. And we need to show them that we are not just notches in the fucking wheel. We understand what's happening and we don't want to play a part in it anymore. I'm so sorry, y'all. We keep doing this every episode. I'm going to keep doing it every episode. Please, if you live in LA, it's ticking. Register to vote. Please. November 4th is around the fucking corner. Y'all, please.
And I know we always say or not we, but people in general will say voting doesn't matter anymore. You should still exercise your right to vote.
Yes.
There are people who fought and gave their lives for your right to vote.
And at the end of the day, even if the government is corrupt, it is still valuable to have it on paper that the people want this.
Yeah.
The people are demanding this. This is what the people are saying they want to see done. And if they choose to go against it, at least we have that. It's not going to be a human rights violation if we just don't vote and they get what they want anyway. Please, y'all.
Well, that was our episode on cancel culture.
This Kofi got me activated. I got my powers. Tabria, I need you to make a TikTok video where you have like fire flames behind me.
Oh,
and I'm black power, 2 fists.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well,
here's my question for you.
What? What?
Would you rather be dumb as hell,
okay,
but so entertaining? People just love seeing you and being around you. You're a light, you're funny, you're fun, but you have nothing in between them ears. Or be extremely boring and just unpleasant, but smart as fuck.
Boring and smart. That is exactly how I would want to be. I don't want to be dumb.
You know, the funny thing is, I would hate to be a person who has no friends, because like that basically is what you're saying. You know, you're boring, and
you can find other people like you.
But it's going to be other people that are just as boring and just as unpleasant as you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I may not view that as being unpleasant and not fun.
But it's like that thing where you go to the store and people are just like, here go this bitch again. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'd find my Neil deGrasse Tyson and we would be fine.
No, I thought about it, but I genuinely was like, you know what? At the end of the day, if everybody loves me, it's because they're laughing at me, not
exactly.
with me. Because if you're dumb, you're not making witty jokes.
No.
You're a slapstick humor.
Yeah.
Or just people are laughing at you because you're so stupid.
Yeah.
And I would rather people not laugh at me.
Exactly.
So yeah. You got a question for me?
Okay. If you could choose to be any other race other than your current one,
not black,
what would it be?
Genuinely, it's a tie between Pacific Islander or Indian.
Why?
But like very dark Indian.
Why?
Great food, beautiful as fuck. Like, first of all, look at me. Look at my face.
Okay.
Imagine me as a gorgeous, dark-skinned Desi. Are you kidding me?
God.
I would be eating it up. The clothing is beautiful.
It is.
I'm truly a fan of the food. Give me a samosa any goddamn day. You know what I mean? I think that Bollywood is beautiful. Bollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bollywood is beautiful. Like, there's so many things about the culture that I truly do admire.
Okay.
So I'd be cool with that. Also, I could still be Caribbean. Because there's a lot of Indian people in the Caribbean, like in Guyana. And like, yes, and Trinidad.
True.
And things like that. Yes, love that. Pacific Islander? If I could do the haka and it not be cultural appropriation, yes!
So stupid.
Yes. And they're gorgeous and they're tall and they're just like sturdy. Yeah, I fuck with it. Food good too. Go ahead.
Are there any that you like? Okay, maybe I'll say nationality or culturally, because I want to hear what you would be if they weren't of color.
Oh, so it has to be non-POC?
Yeah.
That's rude. I want to be POC every single time.
I know, but if you weren't POC.
If I wasn't POC and I had to choose a variation of white to be?
Yeah.
Nordic. Okay. I'd be like from Denmark.
Okay.
The food, no shade, bland. But the people mind a business. They're still stunning. And they like where they're from and they stay there. You know what I mean?
It's true,
they truly like, they enjoy and they mind their business. Yeah. Nordic.
Yeah.
Amsterdam me, you know? Denmark me. Viking me. Yeah. And they got braids.
Oh my God.
They got braids.
They got braids.
They do. They got braids. They got culture. What about you?
This isn't really a POC. I mean, they are technically, but I think I would be Korean.
No, it's POC.
No, I know, but I said tech. I'm giving you both.
Okay, please. You'd be Korean.
I think I'd be Korean.
Okay.
Maybe I'd be Japanese, but I like the Korean language more.
Hajima.
It's like
감사합니다.
it's softer.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm really speaking Korean, y'all.
Girl. But I think Korean or Japanese. That would be cool. I love Korean food too.
No, same. I mean, Japan too. Fly. The food's good. Entertainment's amazing. The art that comes out of there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And if it were non-POC, Irish.
Okay. Not Scottish.
No, I would do Irish.
Why?
You know, it's beautiful there. It's beautiful in Scotland too. I like potatoes. Not.
She said, "Give me a corned beef hash."
Right.
Yes.
And
beer, a little Guinness.
You know, yeah. I don't know.
I also I fuck with the answer because they have very deep cultural roots.
Yeah, they do.
They have a really like intense, not intense, but like a palatable culture.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I'm surprised you wouldn't be Nordic.
I mean, it's so cold there.
Valhalla.
No.
You know what Valhalla is?
Yeah, they're heaven.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey, he would definitely do that. Be a Viking.
Oh, for sure.
He loves that.
I could see him.
Yeah, that's literally all he wants to do. Just scream and hit. No, I'm kidding.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on our weekly rant. My name is Mindy.
I'm Tabria.
And this is The Thick. It's been real.
It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll see you next week.
Bye.